I'm going to take the derivative of f of x equals 8x squared plus 4x plus 10, so a quadratic equation. We're going to use several properties of the derivative, so let me get those properties written down first. So the first property is that if we have a function f of x equals k times g of x, so if f of x equals k times g of x, then the derivative f prime of x is equal to k times the derivative g prime of x. So that's one property. So that's going to let us deal with these constants, the 8 and the 4. The second property is the power rule. So if f of x equals x to the power n, where n is not 0, then the derivative, f prime of x, is n times x to the power n minus 1. So that's the power rule. And the final one is that if f of x is some constant, then the derivative, oops, sorry, I've got two more to do. The derivative of the constant is 0. And then finally, if f of x is the sum of two functions, so g of x plus h of x, then the derivative, f prime of x, is the derivative of g plus the derivative of h. So we're going to put these four properties of derivatives together to take the derivative of our quadratic equation. So this last one lets us take the derivative of each term individually and then add them up. Second to last lets us take the derivative of that 10. Combination of the first two let us take the derivatives of those first two terms. So we want to take our derivative. F of x is 8x squared plus 4x plus 10. So the derivative is, we take the derivative of the first term, so that's the 8 comes out, that's the first property. So 8 times, now we're using the second property, we're taking the derivative of x squared, so we get, I'll put parentheses around it just so we can see, so 2x, 2 minus 1 is 1, so 2x to the power 1, so that's just 2x. And that's the derivative of the first term. The derivative of the second term is 4, that's our constant, comes out, times the derivative of x. Well, derivative of x, that's sort of x to the power 1. We bring our 1 in front, so we get 1 times x to the power 1 minus 1, or 0. X to the 0 is 1, so we just get 1. Plus the derivative of 10, that's our third rule here, so the derivative of 10 is just 0. And so we get, if I simplify a little bit, 16x plus 4.